Argentina are still unbeaten at this World Cup, but despite their perfect record, they have needed moments of brilliance to survive. Today, we're breaking down what makes Argentina so dangerous and where they can still be exposed. Relationism? In possession, Argentina are built around a 4-4-2 structure. The fullbacks push high and wide, while the wide midfielders move inside. With few traditional wingers and several midfielders who naturally drift centrally, this is the most logical structure for the squad. Once the fullbacks provide width and Lautaro Martinez stretches the last line, almost every player apart from the centre-backs is given considerable freedom in possession. In broad terms, Maximise drops in front of the centre-backs or sometimes between them to help circulate possession. Enzo Fernandez and De Paul roam across the half spaces, while Thiago Almada moves freely between the lines. Messi usually starts from the right half space, but he is not tied to a fixed position. Rather than relying on rigid positioning, Argentina focus on the relationships and combinations between their players. The fullbacks stretch the pitch, while the midfielders move freely through central areas. This freedom allows them to maximize spontaneity and creativity, making their attacks much harder to predict. And the player who brings the greatest creativity and unpredictability to this system is Lionel Messi. How Argentina maximize Messi? Argentina often face opponents who defend in a compact block and close off the center of the pitch. To stretch that block, they circulate the ball through the fullbacks, who hold the width on both sides. At the same time, Lautaro Martinez occupies the last line and pushes the opposing defense deeper. Once space begins to open, Argentina's central players suddenly increase the tempo through quick passing, movement, and close combinations. Now, watch Messi. Because opponents are always focused on stopping him, he rarely receives the ball without pressure. While Argentina circulate possession from the back, Messi moves patiently between the right flank, midfield, and the front line, constantly reading the game. His teammates wait for the right moment to find him. Once they draw the opposition out and create space around Messi, he immediately raises the tempo. The players around him then return the ball and move again, creating the conditions for Messi to take control of the attack. Messi receives a forward pass and exchanges a 1-2 with Maximise. He then combines with Enzo Fernandez before playing another quick 1-2. By suddenly increasing the tempo, Argentina break through the defensive block and advance within seconds. In this example, Messi first combines with Enzo and then plays a one-touch pass into Maximise. Another quick return follows. Messi draws the defenders towards him before creating the space for De Paul to shoot from distance. These one-touch combinations in such tight spaces require exceptional precision, awareness, and close control. Argentina have built a completely Messi-centered attack, designed to maximize everything he can offer. Defending for Messi. Another defining characteristic of Messi is his limited involvement out of possession. By conserving energy defensively, he is able to contribute more when Argentina have the ball. As a result, Argentina's defensive structure relies heavily on the work rate of the other 9 outfield players, who collectively compensate for Messi's reduced defensive role. During the press, Argentina try to force play away from Messi's side whenever possible. If the opposition break the initial pressure, De Paul, Enzo Fernandez, Maximise, Thiago Almada, and Lautaro Martinez immediately sprint back into shape. Their defensive transitions are quick and aggressive, allowing Argentina to cover the space Messi leaves behind. While his teammates defend, Messi remains higher up the pitch and conserves his energy. Then, once Argentina regain possession in their own half, the team's first instinct is often to find Messi. From there, they break forward at speed, using Messi's passing quality to launch dangerous counterattacks. Argentina win the ball back deep in their own half. Messi, having conserved his energy higher up the pitch, immediately leads the transition. His teammates burst forward around him, turning defense into attack within seconds. A perfectly weighted through ball follows, and Argentina find the back of the net. This defensive approach demands enormous commitment from the rest of the team. It is a system built on trust, sacrifice, and a collective belief in Messi's ability to make the difference, where Argentina can be hurt. However, this approach also creates some clear weaknesses. The first issue comes from Argentina's centrally focused attack. When opponents completely shut down the middle of the pitch, Argentina can struggle to create chances. Breaking down a compact block often requires strong 1-versus-1 threats out wide. But with the fullbacks providing most of the width, Argentina are not always able to generate enough danger from wide areas. The same structure can also leave them vulnerable defensively. Because the fullbacks push high and wide, space often opens behind them, creating opportunities for counterattacks. As a result, Argentina struggled far more than expected against both Cape Verde and Egypt, 2 teams that defended deep and attacked quickly in transition. Against Egypt in the round of 16, Paredes started ahead of Thiago Almada and provided additional protection in front of the back 4. While that helped reduce some of the danger, Argentina still conceded in transition and endured another difficult match. Defensively, Argentina also faced the limitations of defending, with only 9 outfield players. Argentina conceded only once during the group stage. However, they have already conceded 4 goals across their round of 16 and quarter-final matches. Egypt, in particular, caused problems by using the full width of the pitch and forcing Argentina's reduced defensive unit to cover large distances. The final concern is Argentina's dependence on Messi. Almost every dangerous attack flows through him, and most of their biggest chances are created by him. Naturally, opponents dedicate enormous attention to stopping him. As a result, when Messi is contained, Argentina can sometimes struggle as well. Yet even under intense pressure, he continues to find ways to make the difference. A long-range strike, a perfectly timed run-in behind, a decisive set piece. Time and time again, Messi delivers in the biggest moments. He currently leads the tournament with 8 goals and has now scored in 9 consecutive World Cup matches. Despite all the attention, he remains the player who changes everything. Today, we've looked at the tactics behind Argentina's World Cup campaign. They have been tested throughout the knockout rounds, but Lionel Messi has continued to deliver whenever they have needed him most. In what will likely be his final World Cup, can he lead Argentina to back-to-back titles?